Questions?
Just really proud of our team, making adjustments and doing great things throughout the game and playing hard together. Defensively, I think we were for the most part on point. We weren't at the end, but we were throughout the majority of the game and the most important aspects of the game. Rebound-wise, not bad. Some pretty good ball movement. Too many turnovers, we know. That's something that we could look at and correct, and that's all very correctable. And I'd like to see our assists going up. I love the poise that Lexi showed, obviously shooting the ball extremely well, but just making really good decisions on the floor and having to get, hit a lot of contact. For Becca, just incredible rebounding. That tip-in was the coolest thing I've seen in a long time. A tip-in, I wonder how many mothers that's worth. A tip-in three-point play. We just hadn't seen that in a while, and it was just such a wonderful way to lead her team, because then we go into the locker room up, and it just sort of sends a message, and I thought that was absolutely terrific, and definitely the play of the game. And then for Kendall, I thought Kendall was just rock solid. She was looking for her offense. She was playing very good defense. She was talking a lot. Our seniors were both very good, and it was nice because it's senior day. It's very, very special, and so it's nice to play well. We can play a lot better, I believe, given our turnovers and some of the things we missed on defense. And we didn't have much for 23. She had a great, Motley had a great game. And Cornelius did a great job for them as well.
Dwayne, let me ask you about, you used an unusual lineup for good in the second half with all three bigs in. What precipitated that, and how do you think it worked out?
Well, we just wanted to kind of mix it up a little bit, and we felt very confident. Kendall was playing well, Adair was playing well, Ducky was playing well, Nate Oner was playing well, and they were all playing well. And so we wanted to utilize them as much as we could on the floor. And Lexi and Becca were holding down the guard responsibilities very well. So it was nice that we could move to our bigs. I think it was significant in the game. I think it was a difference maker. And it gave us a lot of length. And for a while there, they had a hard time, trying to get into the paint or penetrate, kick, and score. So our bigs were very important. And that made us grow a lot today. That's a good feeling to grow a little bit.
Oh, Becca, Coach Meyer called you a stone cold killer. What's your reaction to that?
That's a really nice compliment. I really like Coach Meyer. She's a great coach, and I've gotten to know her a little bit throughout USA basketball. But she has a great team, great coach, and that's a great compliment from her. I really appreciate it.
Alex, I want to ask you about it. It seemed like in the first half, Duke was content to beat the press and then set up the offense. Second half, Duke was more aggressive beating the press. There was a sequence very early in the possession after beating the press. You got open for three, you didn't hesitate. And you knocked it down. Was that a goal, the second half, to attack their press a little more?
Yeah, we talked about it at halftime, that we were just being a little too passive on the offensive end. Just, we were just kind of happy to beat the press, and then we were just going to set up and, try to pound it inside and get open looks. But in reality, we could have just kept going with the flow. We had them on their heels when we beat their press, so we just kind of let loose a little bit on offense in the second half.
That you had a little problem with your finger there in pregame. Didn't
Yeah.
seem to affect you, but how did you mentally get past that to have such a solid game today?
Yeah, so I dislocated my finger in warm-ups, but I just tried to not think about it. Once the game started, I completely forgot about it and just got in the flow of the game. Trainers took care of me, and it feels fine now.
A question for Kendall. Have you put this season in perspective after the disappointment last year, this year, undefeated at home, and just an incredible season? Just kind of give us your thoughts.
I think we just put last season behind us altogether. We know that we could do amazing things together, so that was kind of our mindset at the beginning. We all have the same goal. We talked about it preseason. We talked about it when things got tough for us. We talked about after each loss, but it all started in the beginning. So we all have the same mindset, and that really helps.
And then for Lexi, you seem to be a little more pumped than normal. Is that an old geezer's perception, or were you?
Today, today was a special game. My dad was here. And my dad was here. It was senior day. We wanted to play the best that we can for them. It was our last regular season game at Cameron, and this has been the most fun season I've ever had in college. And I mean, it was just really important to me to play well today, for our whole team to play well today, because this has been like the season of my life, and I've just had so much fun. So that game was just a lot of fun for me.
Becca, you finished, I think it was 3 and 1s today, driving to the basket. Was there any different mentality that you had to try to be more aggressive and, rather than just shoot from the perimeter?
Not really. I just kind of did what the defense gave me. I just tried to be aggressive and focusing on finishing. But my teammates did a great job just feeding me passes, but nothing too different. Just tried to be aggressive and it worked out.
Coach, what does Lexi add to this team that wasn't there last year?
Well, it's hard to compare years. I mean, we were so injured last year, Kendall wasn't with us, and I could go on and on. I don't think you can really compare, but I can talk about what Lexi adds. I mean, not only offensively, which is pretty evident, her confidence in her ability to score and attack, but on the defensive side of the ball, it's incredible. Just her ability to deflect, to steal, to get one-on-one stops. Her and Kyra have really developed a great tandem in one of our defenses, and then she and Becca today were fantastic in another one of our defenses on the wings. So they're working together has been great, and Lexi's just brought so much work ethic. She works very hard. She prepares, and you know, when you have people like that prepare and work so hard, I think it just bleeds over to everybody else. And there's just absolutely no comparing years. You can't even go there.
What is she came here from a pretty good program in Maryland. Just how did you get her to trust you? And I talked to her a little bit about this too, but how did you get her to trust you, that year she was off and versus coming back this year?
I think it's really hard to sit out a year for anybody. You try to communicate, but it's really hard because you're not sharing the on-court experience. And I just thought Lexi just hung in there and did everything she could do to learn and help the team. I don't think it was a lot of fun, but I think she's benefiting enormously this year. And just having the opportunity to play with her teammates. And, trust is something that builds over time. I don't think you can, you just work together, talk together, have adversity together. I thought I saw enormous trust from our team today in the second half. First half, I thought we were kind of funny at times, not quite all in the groove together, but without question in the second half, there was fantastic trust. And that was really fun to watch as a coach, watching from the sidelines. So that's something that comes through time, and we're just really excited about this team because we believe we can play a lot better, and we're hungry to do that. And it's hard because, yes, I know we had success today, and it feels very good, but we're also eager to see how far we can push this.
And Lexi told me you're not shy about being brutally honest. What's something that you had to be brutally honest with her? Or
well, I just think it's real important that you're honest and that you share without anything wrapped around it. I don't think you want to play any games. I think you just want to say, I need you to play better defense. I need you to run this play. I need you to be vocal. Whatever it is, I think you just got to say it. And sometimes I can come out pretty Italian. Yes, but I think that I'm so proud of him because I thought second half there were a lot of reasons we could have made a ton of faces in the second half. If you look at the calls, if you look at the physicality. But our team just kept marching on. They weren't happy with things, but they kept marching on, and that was evident in their play. So, coaching is, it's demanding, trying to demand more, and that sometimes can be hard on players, it can be hard on coaches, but we've really appreciated everything that Lexi's contributed, and we're excited to see how far we can push this.
And then Kendall, sorry to take over. Kendall, for you as a senior on this team, can you talk about what Lexi adds just in the locker room, just in practice, what she's added to the team too?
She's added a lot. It's kind of hard to just pinpoint one thing, but one of the biggest things she adds is energy. She motivates everybody. She yells at everybody, and we appreciate it, honestly. Even if we don't want to hear it, it's just kind of hard to pinpoint one thing.
Joanne, since you guys won't play till Friday in the ACC tournament now, you only have one game for like the next 12 days or something like that.
Yeah.
What do you plan to do at this time, and how can it help the team?
Yeah, well, we're going to take some rest. We're going to work on the weights hard. We're going to practice hard when we practice. We just won't practice as much. We certainly will practice the Saturday Friday, Saturday, into the game Sunday. I'm going to practice on Wednesday as well. We've got a community outreach thing that's pretty cool on Thursday. So it's mixing and matching what we do. Practices are shorter, film, everything's shorter at this point. And I think the team is really quick to own up, quick to move on, quick to correct. And so everything's a little bit faster. It's nice. It's like, spring is coming, the weather's better, and this team is just chugging along, just trying to get better.
Questions? Okay. Thanks, ladies.
Thank you.